Coming from the political zone, my people, a lot is happening in the political zone. A lot of secrets are out. Stay glued to your screen as you'll be seeing and hearing a lot of shenanigans that took place during the gubernatorial election of just concluded bayelsa state. And more so, in this video, I will be showing you the connection of this illegal activity with what actually transpired in the Kogi and Imo state election. There are a lot of reactions to just concluded election saying that the election was rigged and the INEC chairman went ahead to declare the winner of the election without due accreditation. Share this video to every social media. If you cannot share this video, make sure you like the video, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. We'll be back.
Welcome back to EVEWHERE.
The whole of crime scene.
It's happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happenings in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Welcome to Lajipok TV, where we bring you political gist, religious and celebrity gossip. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to click the red subscription button and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop a new video. Coming from the political zone, Dino Melaye reacted to just concluded election in Kogi state, which he actually frowned so much about some certain things that led to his loss at the course of the election. Even for the fact that he is also a candidate vying for the post of the governor of Kogi state doesn't make him a saint. He exposed some illicit activities of the INEC and APC members. According to him, he said the INEC personnel, including the corps member in charge of the election, were caught with millions of naira, which obviously shows that the money was meant to buy votes at the course of the election, with prepared INEC sheets that already have APC numbers and scores on it. Also from Imo state, the candidate or Labour Party said that the DSS, police and military raped the democracy of just concluded election in the state. He furtherly questioned the INEC chairman reason why he didn't stop the collation of the results since there were allegations and evidences of rigging in some particular polling unit. My people, stay connected as you hear every bit of this gist from the horse's mouth. Stay back and watch. We'll be back very soon.
Yahaya, Bello and the APC will have access to sensitive INEC documents without the collaboration of the highest level in INEC. They had result sheets before the election. These result sheets are supposed to be in the CBN. They are sensitive material that should not be tampered with. So how did APC gain access to ballot papers? How did they gain access to original result sheets? It shows that we have no INEC, we have no umpire, we only have an institution that is aiding fraud, that is aiding corruption, and that is aiding rigging. I call on the security agencies who apparently did very well yesterday. I applaud the security agencies for maintaining peace, though the strategy of APC in Kogi election was not violent, because they found out that that may not aid their intended corruption. But I want to state unequivocally that the battle to salvage the people of Kogi state, to me, is a battle of no retreat, no surrender. And we have not heard the end of this yet, because I will fight this with the last blood in my vein. We will fight it to the latter. The people's mandate must be realized, and we will not allow Yahaya Bello to have a third term. We will wait to see what INEC will do. We will wait to see what INEC and what the reaction of INEC will be. But if they do not carry out ameliorations, we as citizens of this country within the confines of the law, we will prove that power truly belongs to the people. This is not the end of it.
Yesterday, security agencies of this country raped our democracy. It was a big shock. I just recovered from it this morning, the disappointment. See, the DSS, the police and the military raped our democracy. It was like a coup by the security agencies of this country. It wasn't INEC. My party members were shouting INEC, and INEC, they were scared. They changed, they brought people from different states of this country. And when they came, they were willing to work. But when you see the security agents that are supposed to protect you in a state where they behead people like chicken, doing the bidding of government, what do? You play ball, or they kill you. A state where they bomb their own citizens, a state where they have the tiger base, where innocent people are falling like flies. Go to the mortuary of that state, thousands of dead bodies unclaimed, and you want somebody from Kano or somebody from Southwest who has never been here before, and he's seeing security agents doing the bidding of the APC government, and they want that security agent not to sign whatever they ask them to sign. It's not INEC. Because there was not everything we asked for except the removal of the reg. INEC listened to us, did it, but we are now watching this is the time the chairman will now come and tell us why he didn't stop the collation yesterday. Because you cannot have collation where what you have on the document, the result sheet is different from what you have on your IREF. And he told us, he told the whole country that this time BVAS will work. And that BVAS will be used for accreditation. 70% of the voting yesterday was done without BVAS accreditation. Yet a result was announced. So I'm told by people that this is just the beginning. After all, it was Supreme Court that made Hope Uzodinma governor of Imo State. Since it is the culture now in Nigeria that if you want to be a governor, it's the court that will make you governor. If you want to be a president, it's the court that will make you. So let's see. I'm calling on all the Labour Party members of the Labour Party. Do not be disillusioned. You are great people. You fought, and a small party, an unknown party like the Labour Party, can come out and be what it is today in Nigeria and Imo State, Abia State, Enugu, everywhere. I mean, it's kudos to you people. And then the way you could see how can an INEC person who saw how they handled the Labour president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, how I was surrounded, attacked, shot at. I mean, disobey any APC sole administrator or commissioner. These things were taken to commissioners' houses, writing results there. Taken to a traditional ruler's house, writing results there. There was a cluster voting in Osu. They came out, lined up polling booths, and in one location, took buses, brought foreigners to come and claim that they voted. Why did they not accredit them if they are from Osu? And these things happened. You expect any INEC man not to obey them? I mean, this is crazy. So the gentlemen of the press, I expect you to come and tell the whole world what you saw yesterday, because most of you were even giving us reports of what you saw. Had they beat up the Arise person at the house of a traditional ruler where they were thumbprinting inside the compound throughout the Arise correspondent, and so many others. So Nigerians, this is a fight, and I'm calling on all INEC staff, all ad hoc staff who have something to say about what happened yesterday, who have any evidence, to come out openly. Some have been calling me already since last night. One was in tears and said he couldn't talk because they would kill him. Last night I told him to stand up like a man and say what he saw, and he did. He wrote it and forwarded it to me. So many other things, so many other incidents. So I'm calling all Nigerians, all lovers of freedom, to come and join the Labour Party. Let us take that man out of Douglas House. He doesn't deserve to stay there one night longer. It's a rape on democracy. I thank you all. We are going to court on that. The chairman of the Labour Party was brutalized. I spoke to the DIG, Frank, by this morning. He just told me now that he's been released. And I asked him why the men who brutalized him are still walking free. And the gentleman who was only, he was protecting his rights last night. as a lawyer, as a Democrat, and as chairman of Labour Party, asking the man, the professor, these professors are, it's a shame. These are men, professor. Silviago, a professor. That man, a professor. These are men we are supposed to respect. Men who stand on who are supposed to stand shoulders high, sitting on the citadel of knowledge. Coming out yesterday seemed to be talking from his right and left side of his mouth. But you could see that Silviago was pained. I really sympathize with her. On yesterday, I want to believe that, but she should have stood up for democracy. She should have. So you can imagine that's how much she's been compromised. But you could see it on her face. She was pained. I was telling my wife that woman is in trouble. That she was in real pain. She wanted to speak up, but fear also. But I'm calling on Silviago to speak up. Stand up. Speak up for democracy. You're an Igbo woman, for God's sake. It's a rape on Igbo land and Nigeria. So the chairman was brutalized. We're going to take action on that. Thank you.
President, just tell us in clear terms, are you rejecting the vote on what grounds?
My friend, there was no vote in so many local governments in the state. And the places where we voted, they refused to upload the results. Claiming that it wasn't uploading. In some places, when the youth got restive and wanted to attack them, the state started uploading automatically. So, and then finally, they didn't want to collate at the ward collation centers. It was planned. And these were the assurances they gave us before this election. So there was no election as a matter of fact. They carried all collation to local government, some to local government headquarters, very few to INEC local government offices. And when they got there, they barred all the other party agents. Allowed only party agents, APC sole administrators, APC officials, commissioners gained entry. Meanwhile, all other parties were shut out by the security agencies that are supposed to protect the process. So you can imagine what went on there. So actually, there was no election yesterday.
So it's like you're calling for cancellation?
Cancellation, yes, total cancellation of the election.
Yes, sir. In more clear terms, sir, as you call for cancellation and you make a case for a stolen mandate, how do you intend to reclaim the mandate? Very clear terms.
No, this is straightforward. We are approaching the courts immediately. We are approaching the courts immediately to reclaim our mandate. We won clearly. We have the results. One on ground, one clearly. Before all these shenanigans started.
You said you'll be approaching the courts, but a few months down the line, Nigerians are seen to lose faith in the judicial system. What's your take on that, since we're heading to that same system?
Well, I've not lost hope in the judiciary yet, because there are so many men of integrity in the judiciary. So I have hopes that the right thing will be done.
Believing that many Molayites came out to vote for the Labour Party, what is your message to them now that many of them are actually feeling?
Yeah, that's the young people who came out in droves, in spite of the disenchantment to the process. I promised them I'll protect the process, because I was promised by the security agencies in this country, the IG, Bureau of Army Staff, DG, DSS. I went to all of them. I appealed to them that we want a free and fair process. I appealed to all of them. It was only can you imagine, the only person I didn't meet was the DG of Civil Defense. And it was only Civil Defense that stood up for Nigerians yesterday. Only Civil Defense that stood up for Nigerians yesterday. So I met all of them. So when they gave me firm promises that this process was going to be free and fair, When I started getting worried was after the bombing in Okigwe and the burning of the houses by the military in the Himembano. And I told the Jews that, look, you have to calm these people down because they are now scared. Because how can our military were paid from our taxes, from the revenue, from our commonwealth to they are paid. It's unbelievable. How can they be attacking us? People who are paid, trained to protect us. So when they now saw the military convoys, the military presence, the presence of security agencies like they have never seen before, they all got scared. That's why I had apathy yesterday, because we had sensitized them during campaign, and they were all raring to go, all bold, fearless. Say, okay, that's what I was telling them, and they were all ready. Then the military came. Everywhere, police presence. They got scared and they were patrolling. They were not even talking to the citizens. I called them again, said, talk to them, tell them you are here to protect them. They never did. That's when I got worried. So the youths, I need to call you out to come and fight, protect your votes and all that. That's why I kept quiet throughout yesterday. I didn't want anybody to lose their lives because they had already planned this with security agencies. So who is going to protect you? I won't be there to protect you. So when I realized that, I'm so sorry. I hear that a lot of you are angry with me that I didn't allow you people to come out and fight. I couldn't have. So I'm sorry about that. I take full responsibility for what happened yesterday. But I assured Imolites that I'll protect their votes. I'm very, very sorry about that.
Well, a lot of videos online, vote buying, massive vote buying, and also there was a video where a police officer was also beaten to stupor because he went to snatch ballot box.
It has actually become a culture in Nigeria now. Vote buying. It's a shame, but you see, what politicians do, most of this, that's why I've been telling people, okay, an INEC officer who collects, or a police officer, or a military man for that matter, or a DSS person, who collects 1 million naira and elects a criminal into power, within 1 month, that 1 million naira has disappeared. And then for the next 4 years, you'll be living in penury. Every day, can you imagine, since go on till now, every year, I'm not go on, those times were better, but since democracy came actually, every year, your purchasing power dwindles every year. Because what these people do, they cut this money, our commonwealth, they will go and hide it in foreign banks. That's what they do. So the purchasing power, your purchasing power goes down because the money in the bank drops. The liquidity in the money market goes down. Then the interest rates here go up. The interest rates abroad go down because their banking system is awash with funds. So of what benefit is it to you to continue doing the same thing, getting the same result every time? You are doing the same thing. Every worker in Nigeria is supposed to own a house. You're entitled to mortgage. You don't have it. I went to a house of a policeman in Nasarawa one time. One of the policemen was working for me. His house, he was living, his family, they were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. His house was that one room, they used bed sheet to share it. Kitchen on one side, mattress on the floor on one side, where his wife and 2 little kids were staying. I couldn't believe it. I confronted Okiro then, it was the IG of police. In fact, it was that confrontation that led to the creation of the, I think it's the building department or what in Nigerian police. They split the works department, created the Okiro, a man with a conscience, he did that. So I'm calling on INEC staff. Nigerian police, military, those who have something to say about what happened yesterday, come out and say it. Don't be afraid. Come out and say it. I know this country is a very bad place, and maybe if it was your superiors that have been compromised and you are afraid that you lose your job, come out, see what happened yesterday. The civil defense people were calling out everybody. Fearless. Those men have honor and integrity. Come out, say what happened. Even if you have collected money, stolen money, nothing will happen to you. Let the person come and say where he got the money he gave you. Come out, say the truth. Let's save this country. This is our country. Every year it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Let's do something about it, please. Let's save the drift into anarchy.
Other opposition political parties have also rejected the outcome of the election. Is there any possibility of a coalition between, within the opposition parties to actually fight this particular injustice?
Of course, that has signaled a coalition now because the Nigerian people are not happy. Not just Imolites, the whole Nigeria. Nobody's happy. As a matter of fact, before this election, everywhere I went to, they will ask us, why can't you people come together? Why can't we come together? And no, there is nobody who doesn't want this man out of Douglas House. No same person. What he's been doing to Imolites. No same person. So that's why I'm calling out the INEC chairman to stop this process, to cancel this election. There was no election yesterday. Calling Professor Mahmoud, cancel this election.
From this video, Atan Achonu claimed one of the INEC officials is presently scared to come out to open up on things that transpire at the polling unit he was put in charge, that if he should open up, he will be killed. I will continue to say it, just as I said in my previous video. The slogan of PDP says power to the people. It's until we people of this country come to realize that there is no power anywhere without the consent or the cooperation of we the people. These so-called people make use of the youth. Some parents to rig election in some polling units. Even polling units that do not have numbers of accredited voters have a complete figures of those in the polling units. Please, my people, who then voted in that polling unit? We people are the main problem of this country. If we don't put ourselves in a position where we'll be useful by some set of people that don't care about us, there won't be space for rigging. Imagine the military personnel that are supposed to be supervising each polling unit are the ones seeing constituency nuisance. They are the ones rigging and changing figures in each polling unit and even snatching ballot box. My people, feel free to give your opinion at the comment section concerning all the troubles and illegal activities going on in the country. You will see from this video, Dino Melaye of PDP and Achonu of Labour Party, both of them are actually pointing accusing finger at the INEC chairman, that's Yakubu. They are pointing accusing finger to him that you should make sure that you should make some corrections and they should call for the cancellation of those concluded election. My people, feel free to drop your opinion at the comment section. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. See you in our next video.
My agent told me categorically in brass, at the center of the coalition, there were riots, and one of these agents died at the spot. He had to run away and save his life, and that was the reason why he was unable to come over to Yahaya, because brass is waterlogged.